Hey guys, at the Turkey Point Spring Kicker here with Marin and Dixon. I'm going to demo a Rift Zone XR. It's a brand new Rift Zone XR. Been kind of interested in this bike, well actually really interested in this bike, and they have a demo here. I'll show you guys here. This demo here in XL. So we're going to go check that out on the trails. It might be a little muddy, but hopefully not too bad here at Turkey Point. It gets pretty sandy, so shouldn't be too bad. So we'll get this Rift Zone XR set up and check out, do a little quick bike check and review on it. So this is the, like I said, the Rift Zone XR. Hopefully not too muddy in here. Usually it's pretty sandy in here, but it is a little slimy. Had my eye on this bike. I was kind of thinking about getting it for this year instead of the Alpine Trail. It's 150, 130, a little more wetwood suited for my local trails, I think. It's pretty slack geometry, but yeah, for just trail rides like this, this probably is the better bike for me. It is, huh? Yeah. Oh, it's so slick out here. Whew. Bike feels really good though. Okay. Wow. Let's maybe find a spot. We can do a little bike check on this puppy. I don't know where I am here. Not sure if I should be going down here with this wet, but this place is pretty sandy though, so even with it this muddy, it's not like it's rutting out the place. This bike does feel nice, a little smaller feeling than the Alpine Trail, of course. The dilemma I have is this bike is probably better for 95% of the riding I do, but that 5%, like bike parks, the Alpine Trail is the ticket. So what do you do? Like I said, this is 150, 130, so I'm sure it can handle some bike park stuff. It just feels a little more compact. This is an XL, but the reach does feel smaller than the Alpine Trail, which makes sense. So what do you think, guys, if you were in Ontario, Rift Zone or Alpine Trail? Keeping in mind that you do a couple bike park trips a year. Like we plan on going to Killington this year and maybe a few others. So this is the 2024 Marin Alpine Trail XR, all aluminum frame. We had a RockShox Lyric Select Plus on the front. Seems to be all decked out in SRAM gear. We got the DB8 brakes, which so far, I mean, I know I'm a Shimano guy, but these don't feel too bad. They have some nice feel to them, and better than some of the older SRAM brakes I've tried in the past. Got a Super Deluxe rear shock, Eagle cranks, 32 tooth chainring, Eagle drivetrain. This is the GX on here. Marin aluminum wheels. Looks like Assegai tires front and rear. Trans-X dropper, which I think on this for the XL, it's got a 170 millimeter dropper. All right, let's continue to take it for a bit of a rip here. This weather has been exactly what we've dealt with here in southwestern Ontario for most of the spring. Just been a very wet spring. My local trails are still not open and probably won't be for another 2 to 3 weeks. At least out here it's mainly sandy base, so it shouldn't be too bad for these to dry out. Although I think they've been pretty good up until today. It just rained a lot this morning. Oh, how that's slick. But this bike is handling it well. Kind of like the nimbleness of this. I was kind of afraid to demo it because I was like, oh, what if I really like this? Then what? Like I said, I'm really enjoying this, and I was a little afraid to demo this because what if I did really like it? I think I'm pretty set with the Alpine Trail for this year. But maybe next year. What do you guys do when you demo a bike and you fall in love with it? All right, I think there's a nice little descent coming up here. Let's see what this is like on it. Nice. This is really poppy. Oh, this bike is awesome. Wow, that's felt really nice. I don't know if I want to give this back. I know I'm biased being a Marin brand ambassador, but honestly, this is one of the better feeling bikes I've ever ridden, mountain bike wise. It handled that little descent. Now, granted, pretty small descent, but it handled that like butter. So nice. Nice. Final thoughts on this bike. It's a ripper. For a do-it-all mountain bike, I don't know if you can beat this. It's got fairly slack geometry. I'd have to check the numbers, but I think 64 degree head tube, 64 and a half, something like that. Just feels so much more playful than the Alpine Trail on trails like this. Now, you know, if you're getting into super black tech rowdiness at like somewhere, this might get overwhelmed. I don't know. I think it would be able to handle it though. If you're in the market for a mid-travel trail bike, kind of a do-it-all bike, I think you definitely owe it to yourself to check this bike out. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. And until next week, keep your feet on the pedals. I don't want to give it back.
What?
I don't want to give it back.
You like it that much?
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels so smooth. It's poppy. It's fun. It feels a bit lighter. But yeah, it's
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know. I would trade my bike for this right now if I could.